Hello Aquarius, my name is Jason. This is your general tarot reading for April 2019. It's a general reading, so it could be about love, career, any questions at the forefront of your mind. You'll know in the first couple of minutes, I would say, if this reading is resonating for you. If it is or if it isn't, please go ahead and check out my readings for your rising and moon signs. I find they so often resonate much more strongly than the sun sign. But for now, Aquarius, you go into the month of April with the World card. Okay, Gemini just had this. So you have just discovered something about yourself perhaps, and you're feeling really good about things. You're feeling somehow protected. You're feeling okay with being vulnerable, and there's a new chapter about to begin in your life. So you've just closed out an old cycle, and you'll see this card is number 21 of the major arcana. The next card in the cycle is a 0, which will go back to the Fool card. So you're ready to begin the Fool's journey again. So something new is about to start, and you're going to be able to use this learning that you've just had about yourself, this epiphany, this new way of seeing yourself, and you're going to be able to use that in your new life, if you like. It's a really positive and encouraging card. What's crossing you in the month? Okay, so you have the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is quite a slow-moving energy. You might be feeling really ready to just move forward in leaps and bounds. Now, this is Aries season. Aries likes to just charge ahead, but because you've got this Knight of Pentacles here crossing you, this is saying that there might be some slowdowns, some energies which are restricting you from jumping forward in those big leaps and bounds that you want. Because the Knight of Pentacles, if you have a look at his horse, he's quite slow and sure-footed, doesn't like taking risks, and understands the consequences and benefits of long-term planning, dotting the I's, crossing the T's, making sure the paperwork's all in order, making sure you've got what you need before you start the journey, that kind of thing. So I'm feeling that there's an energy around you, perhaps a person around you who may be moving a little too slowly for what you want. You want to go forward, and there's just something holding you back a little bit. We'll find out a little bit more about that. Okay, in your conscious goal, you have the 9 of Swords. So the 9 of Swords is a card of regrets. It's a card of could have, would have, should have. It's a card of staying awake at night. It's a card of worry. Okay, now I'm feeling that you can see the doona or the sheet or the blanket that this person has over them. If you look closely, you'll see that each of those little squares has a zodiacal glyph to it. So perhaps there have been quite a few people in your environment, and there's a lot of responsibility there. So I'm feeling that you're trying to please a lot of people, okay, and it's causing you some worry. So that more than a couple of people, and you're thinking, what am I going to do with all this? But it is your role, if you like, to sort of work out who gets what somehow, and there's just a lot on, but I'm feeling that you can handle this quite easily. Okay, it's just that you want to make sure that you do the right thing by all these people, perhaps even closing something off before you start on your journey again, which is what this is all about. So someone's just going, hold your horses, Aquarius. We've got just a couple more things to do here before we can just go jumping into our next life. Okay, and that could be what this is here. Again, I'm just focusing on the blanket there with all those people might need to be looked after or considered. Okay, unknown influence. You have the 3 of Wands. The 3 of Wands is a card of planning. It's a card of travel. It's a card of starting to make things happen. So perhaps you've just seen this opportunity or an opportunity, and you're looking out into the distance and you can see all that clear space in front of you. Okay, so something will be coming to you which is going to allow you this clear space I'm seeing. What a wonderful feeling to have that. If it hasn't happened already, there's something you can see. You've got a vision now. Perhaps you didn't have it before. You're seeing something and it's a wide open space, and look at all that yellow. That's awareness. Okay, the open space, the yellow color. Beautiful card to have. In your past, you have the Two of Wands. So yes, perhaps you've thought about this new direction that you want. You're in a pretty good position to make this decision to follow your passion, I'm seeing. Okay, so if you have a look at the person in this Two of Wands card, they're in a high position, overlooking their domain, if you like, well dressed, the world at their feet, looks out into the distance, plenty of clear space there, and also looking into the world. So this person has the world in their hands, and if you have a look at the bottom left hand of the card, you'll see the roses crossed with the lilies. Now that represents the passion crossing with the practical side of things. So it looks like you've recently made a decision to follow your passion somehow, and it's really freed you up in such a way to realize something about yourself, and now you've decided to act on that, and that's a beautiful energy to have, that sense of optimism, because the Two of Wands talks about going towards something. Okay, and I'm feeling like you've just decided now what you're going to go towards. Okay, and it could involve some travel. So especially if you're a younger person, you might be deciding to really go overseas and see the world, or just grab a suitcase and just move to a new city and follow another opportunity somewhere. Okay, you're approaching influence. You have the Page of Pentacles. Yes, the Page of Pentacles is you could be getting a position or an offer of a position which is like a small start. So say in an organization somewhere, it's like a new job I'm feeling, where you're going to learn something. But the good thing about the Page of Pentacles, it's not a dead end. If you have a look at the field, just that brown patch down at the bottom of the card there, he has a small field to harvest there. But when we get to the Knight of Pentacles, look how much those fields have grown. So it looks like there'll be an offer coming, and it won't be a large offer, but it'll have the potential to become a large plot of land ready for the ploughing and working. Okay, so it could be something like an investment you'd be going into, perhaps with someone else, or it could be a job which is a foot in the door to something bigger. It's going to give you the skills and perhaps connections that you need to move forward somehow. And in your current position, where the talents you bring to the situation, you have the Magician card. So you have everything you need right now, Aquarius, to make the most of the energies around you. Look at this, the energy here. Okay, it's just like this magician is pointing up to the sky and he's saying, hey, you up there, come down here. And he's pointing to the ground. And when we see the Magician card in the books, quite often he's accompanied by the quote, as above, so below. Have a look on this person's table. He has all the tools he needs, the swords, the wand, the pentacle, the cups, everything he needs to use to bring absolute success, to have anything he wants. What a great energy to have. If this is you, and it is you, you've got everything already to make your next move into this, whatever this is here, and whatever that is there, okay? And there's a small start being offered to you, coming soon, and you have everything you need to make the most of it, Aquarius. Far out, this is really exciting. Okay, in your environment, the way your environment sees you, the way you see your environment and your place in it, you have the Nine of Cups. So you're in a good position. This is the wish fulfillment card quite often. Okay, so people are seeing you as having a lot of things. You are seeing yourself as having a lot of things. It's like having your ducks in a row, okay? In just being in a good position to take advantage of the next opportunity, okay? And because you are feeling good, you'll be attracting those other things, these good things to you, okay? This is a wonderful spread, really. And I'm feeling, just back to this Nine of Swords, which we'll clarify, there are a whole bunch of people here, and you will somehow be showing them that you were right. If not right, you were capable, okay? In your hopes and fears position, you have the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is the shoulder to cry on, okay? Perhaps there's someone in your environment who's like this. She's a little bit psychic, or very psychic, actually. She's sensitive. She's the person to go to when you need problems solved, especially like problems of the emotional realm, if you like. She'll quite often keep her emotions under cover, like she has in this cup here. Let's say that cup is full of her emotions. There's a lid on that, okay? Perhaps that is you. Perhaps you're hoping that you can keep control of your emotions so you can make the practical decisions you need to move forward. Okay, so you understand that you need to follow your talents rather than just be swayed by whims or by some new person that comes along and changes everything, that kind of thing. But I'm feeling that you'll be pretty strong within yourself to be able to overcome any dramas there, overcome those emotions. Sometimes you might see yourself as having an emotional weakness somehow, as being led by your emotions, but I'm thinking this is pretty solid. You can handle anything at the moment. Okay, and in the outcome, you have the Page of Wands. So the Page of Wands reminds me of the Fool card, really. Is that charismatic kind of energy, energetic, enthusiastic, willing to take risks, doesn't spend too much time planning, sees the world as his own, perhaps, and really just likes to take chances and get out there. But again, it's an inexperienced energy. He's only a page, and so he is, whatever you're moving into, this new opportunity that you're taking, you're going to be prepared to make lots of mistakes, okay? And you'll still be moving forward. It's just that, of course, when you start something new, quite often it's 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. Is that how it goes? 3 steps forward, 2 steps back, that kind of thing. Look, it's feeling really positive there, Aquarius. Now, I'll clarify some of these cards for you. Not too many. I'm not feeling really drawn. It's such a nice reading. I don't want to spoil it with any clarifiers here. But let's have a look at this Nine of Swords in your conscious goal. What is a Nine of Swords here? Why is a Nine of Swords here for Aquarius in that conscious goal position? Why is a Nine of Swords here? Sometimes the card picks me. There we go. Okay, so you've got the Four of Swords. So the Four of Swords is a bit of a rest. So you want somehow like a rest from all these people. That's not really saying much to me. You do want to rest from all these responsibilities of all these people that you feel that you need to please. And you've got the Four of Swords there, which is basically asking you to, well, meditate and reflect. Do they really need you to please them? Is it your responsibility for that somehow? Now, if it's your children, I suppose you need to look after them. You certainly have responsibilities, but are there other people who perhaps you're giving them more influence over your decisions, over your emotions than they should have? That's what I'm feeling. Let's have another look. Well, that's what I'm getting for that. I think we can leave that there. It's just just ask yourself if all these people deserve the angst that you seem to be having over them. Okay. Now, the Three of Wands, the unknown influence. Let's have a look, find out what is this Three of Wands about. The unknown influence here. There's a big plan you've got, some travel you may have just been starting to think about. But it could come up unexpectedly. Let's have a look. And you have the Two of Swords. Okay, so there's going to be a decision you need to make to. You do want to protect yourself, okay? But problem is there's the Three of Wands wants to go. Okay, he's ready, but there's something holding you back. This Two of Swords here, which requires you to make a decision about letting something go or trying to. You see how she's got her arms crossed over her chest, protecting her heart. She needs to really just make a decision and be prepared to go into that open space, because that's where the freedom is. There's no freedom in the Two of Swords here. Even though she's blindfolded, she doesn't know the future here. So if you're feeling a little bit fearful of deciding to go forward, then it's feeling here because of the rest of the cards here. Just the cards will be telling me to just go for it. Just make that decision. So don't let indecision stop you. Okay. No decision is worse than a bad decision. So I'm really, because you've got the Three of Wands here, which is full of fire, optimism, open space, awareness, I would be doing it. I would not hold yourself back. So Aquarius, this is a chance for you. I can see it's a real chance for you to start something really new, to end an old cycle. But if you don't make that decision, it might not happen. Okay. Now, you've got all the tools at your disposal here. The Page of Pentacles and your approaching influence. We talked about this offer which was coming to you. Could be about a job, could be about a relationship, could be about a chance to learn something new. Let's have a look. What is this Page of Pentacles about? Please clarify the Page of Pentacles for Aquarius. It's come out. Two cards have come out here, and we've got the Five of Rods and Strength. Okay, so we've got the Five of Rods here, talks about conflict and ego. Okay, so there could just be maybe some people arguing about meaningless things. It could also be you just having conflict within yourself about whether you should move forward. So I'm also feeling with that card that you're worrying. You might be worried about what other people think about this new opportunity. Okay, and then you've got the Strength card, and the Strength card is asking you, basically, it's telling you that you can do it. You have the power, you have the strength here, the inner calm, but it's also asking you to have some compassion for yourself as well. Okay, so don't beat yourself up about anything. You have everything you need. You've got, have a look at the Magician here. He has the infinity symbol here, and the Strength card here you've drawn also has the infinity symbol above his head. So it's all looking pretty promising. Now, let's have a look in your hopes and fears. You have the Queen of Cups. Why is the Queen of Cups here for Aquarius. We know the Queen of Cups is a shoulder to cry on. But we did say that you're sort of concerned about your emotions taking over from practical decisions. I think that's about trusting yourself. And somewhere else we talked about trusting yourself here. Let's have a look and find out, why is the Queen of Cups here? That nearly came out. Why is the Queen of Cups here for Aquarius? You have the Six of Swords. Yeah, okay, so let's say basically saying trust yourself, move on, see how this person's just they've decided to just take what's important to them, jump in that boat and just go across and find out what's going on. The Six of Swords is a card of victory. It's a card of valuing yourself and realizing that you are destined for bigger and better things. Okay, so that's what that's about. Yeah, definitely you're being encouraged to move. So you've got a lot of cards saying, listen, get up and move. Okay, you've got the World card saying, yes, take this opportunity here. You've recently made this decision here with the Two of Wands to do something with your life. You've got the Three of Wands here saying, yes, charge ahead. Okay, you've got the Magician card here, which is saying you've got everything you need to be able to do this. You've got the public recognition, the world seeing that you have a lot of things going for you and you're feeling in a pretty good spot. Okay, you've got these offers coming to you with the Page of Pentacles. Okay, it's only a small offer, but you can't start at the top, especially when you're starting something brand new. Okay, then you've got the Six of Swords saying, yeah, go for it. Okay, let's move on. And then your outcome is the Page of Wands, which is saying, again, yeah, enthusiasm, energy. You've got what it takes to get something started. The Page of Wands is they like starting things. They quite often not the best at finishing them, but that doesn't mean you won't be finishing it. It just means you have this really strong energy of starting something, whatever this is. A new life in a new place, I'm feeling, is what it is. A new life in a new place or a new job. But either way, it's looking very promising, Aquarius. Please let me know if this has made some kind of sense to you. I know it seemed a bit disjointed, but thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll hopefully talk to you in a couple of weeks.